Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Welcome to Party on Broad. Today, we're doing 3 different mock draft simulators. We're nearly 1 month away from the 2022 NFL Draft. I thought today would be a great day to kind of see how the board falls. 0 trades, 3 different mock simulators. Let's go.
Third down. Hurts keeps. Hurts cuts. Hurts has the first down. And Jalen Hurts. But it just put it away for the Eagles.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Devontae Smith, wide receiver, Alabama.
What up, everybody? Let's break it down. Today, we're going to start off with Pro Football Focus and their mock draft simulators. We are doing an Eagles 4-round mock draft, no trades. Guys, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button. If you love the NFL Draft, we're nearly 1 month away. Let's go. I mean, if you're watching us live, comment. Let's talk about it. So let's start off right now. Again, 4 rounds. We're going to do on average neutral speed here. We are the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's see how the board falls because we're seeing some risers, we're seeing some fallers. Some big names like David Ojabo with that Achilles injury. Some big name quarterbacks. Will they be selected in the top 14 of the draft? Let's see how this falls. All right, guys, we're going. I'm going to wait until the Eagles are on the clock, and then we will kind of skim through what was selected here. Again, this is Pro Football Focus. We've been kind of using the Draft Network a lot in our previous mock drafts. That's why I thought today would be fun to do 3 different ones that we have done in the past. All right, so looking up here, Hutchinson goes 1, Tibbs to the Detroit Lions, Hamilton 3, Gardner 5 to the Giants. That would absolutely suck. Derek Stingley Jr. To the Atlanta Falcons, Trey Walker to the Seahawks, Devin Lloyd to the New York Jets, Garrett Wilson to Washington, Malik Willis. There goes Malik Willis, first quarterback off the board here. Malik Willis goes to the Minnesota Vikings, and George Karlaftis to the Houston Texans. Trent McDuffie, pick number 14 to the Baltimore Ravens, which is really interesting. So right now we've just got Malik Willis off the board. He is the first quarterback. I'm looking at who is available here. I've got Drake London, Jameson Williams, Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis, Sam Howell they have as the next. Where's Kenny Pickett? Is Kenny Pickett taken? Interesting. Wow, okay. Where do they have Kenny Pickett at on this big board? I have no idea. Interesting. I don't know if whatever, it doesn't matter. We're just going to continue with this Eagles mock because we are not taking Kenny Pickett. All right. So we are sitting here at pick 15. And the guy that I'm going to target here, I've got to get a legit. I always start on the defensive line on my end. So I'm picking between Devontae Wyatt and Jordan Davis. I'm going to pick Jordan Davis here with pick number 15. And I'm on the clock again for pick number 16. Now I'll go Nakobe Dean here for pick number 16. All right, so guys, we are moving on to pick number 19. I've adjusted the defensive line. Obviously, Fletcher Cox on a 1-year deal. And then we've got another guy, Nakobe Dean, who's a 3-down starter from the jump. Let's look at pick number 19 and what we have seen so far. Drake London there to the Drake London's pick there at pick number 17. Trevor Penning, pick number 18. That is a good selection. I'm sitting here. I'm looking at wide receiver. I'm going to go Chris Olave here over Jameson Williams at pick number 19. Olave has immense speed as he proved at the combine. We're going to go Chris Olave. And right now it's a battle between Jameson Williams and Chris Olave. I love both of these guys. In fact, I think the top 10 wide receivers in this class are all like bona fide round 1, round 2 talent. It is after the edge class, I think the wide receiver class is right there. All right, so we're gonna go Chris Olave. We're gonna go Chris Olave. Can play all over the field. A great downfield threat. Great after the catch. So we've addressed 3 positions of need. The defensive line. We addressed the linebacker position. We addressed the wide receiver position. Look, as expected on our shows multiple times, like it was always going to be an uphill battle for the Eagles to bring in a big name free agent at wide receiver. Addressing that need in free agency in the NFL draft is by far the most logical move here. I mean, you look at the way the Eagles play. You look at, the fact of the matter is you've got a developing quarterback. So there we are. All right, so we're at pick 51 here. Let's skim here let's skim the second round. Kaiir Elam, the Eagles have been kind of targeted to here. Lengthy cornerback, goes 35. That's a position I have not addressed yet that I definitely have on the back. There's Kenny Pickett to the Houston Texans at 37. So PFF is not high on Kenny Pickett, which is really interesting. If he falls to the second round, there's probably going to be a discussion with the Eagles there. So that is something interesting to keep an eye on. Jaquan Brisker, who I absolutely love, to the Jets. Let's look at Jalen Petrie to the Minnesota Vikings. Roger McCreary just went a pick before us, who's a very talented cornerback. I'm looking at who is available here. Oh, man. I probably would have taken McCreary there, to be honest. The next position of need is absolutely at cornerback. I'm looking at who the next best cornerback is. Carson Strong, according to this big board, is the next. Martin Emerson is kind of small. I don't like how the board fell at all for cornerbacks in this draft. It did not work out. Let's skim through it one more time. Chad Muma, who I really like, but I already addressed that need with Nakobe Dean. Christian Harris, who I absolutely love. Troy Anderson, who I absolutely love. So you have Trey McBride there. Kirby Joseph, probably going to lean towards Kirby Joseph. I need to get a defensive back for sure. What do you guys think? Martin Emerson, not that high on, especially here in the second round. Nick Cross is an interesting name. We're going to go Kirby Joseph. We got to address that. I mean, that is such a position of need for the Eagles. Did anybody comment? Safety. Yeah. We're on the same page, man. We're on the same page. Let's go Kirby Joseph out of Illinois. Physical safety for sure. Has really good size. I think that is probably the best bet. I do not like how this second round there played out for the Eagles. Other than Kenny Pickett, I think the big board is pretty good. At least on my end, at least how I have my top 100 plus prospects ranked. Guys, we did a 4-person mock draft a few days ago on Party on Broad. It was a lot of fun. Go check that out if you haven't already. And I put up polls here on the YouTube channel of who had the best mock draft. This was only a 3-round mock. So here we go. Let's see who's available for the Eagles. I picked 83 in round 3. Yeah, I'm going to go Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce is my guy. Dameon Pierce is one of the most elite pass-protecting running backs in this draft. Not much tread on the tires. He wasn't really utilized that much at Florida, but he can make a cut and hit a hole very fast. He's got great hands in the backfield, and he can protect the quarterback. So he has and he's a big, got great frame as a running back. I think he's just over 6 foot, but he's got like 220 pounds on him. He can move the chains. So if the Eagles need a third and short running back, he could be that guy. So we are rolling here to round 4. All right, let's see who is available. Zion McCollum, cornerback. Neil Farrell Jr. is a really interesting name. If you want a run stopper, there's your guy. Pierre Strong is, yeah, I'm going to go with my guy, Jelani Woods. Jelani Woods is a 6'7" tight end. You like Zion? I like Zion. Jelani Woods, 6'7" tight end. Definitely a number 2 tight end prospect over the next couple of years. Super, super raw, but his measurements are off the hook. So I am taking Jelani Woods there. I think he's one of the biggest boomer bust prospects in this draft. Just completely dominated the combine here. Get rid of this. Thank you, PFF. Wrap it up. Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Chris Olave, Kirby Joseph, Dameon Pierce, and Jelani Woods. Oh, wow. The PFF gives you a draft grade. I've got a B-. I got a B- here. They loved my Nakobe Dean pick. Next up, they liked my Chris Olave pick. They did not like my Jelani Woods pick. So there it is. That is PFF. Let's close that up. And then we're going to share our next mock draft. And that is with Fanspeak. I didn't know Fanspeak did a mock draft simulator, but here we are. Let's see how this goes. All right, so this one gives you an option of, which board you want to use. So I'm just going to use the latest Fanspeak big board from Jake Rigdon. Again, 4 rounds. This was last updated a few days ago. Select team needs, sure. Official draft order, yes. Difficulty, we'll do classic. Speed, classic. All right. How do you hit start? Oh, there we go. Let's draft. All right. Let's see how this one falls. Evan Neal. Evan Neal, number 1. That is an interesting pick. Hutchinson, 2. Tibbs, 3. Kyle Hamilton, 4. All right. Wow, this one goes fast. All right. I got to speed up here. All right. We're sitting at pick 15. Malik Willis, Matt Corral. Wow. Okay. Kenny Pickett was not in the top 14, but we do have 2 quarterbacks there. And I've got pick number 15, and Ahmad Gardner's just sitting there at pick number 15. I'm going to take my guy Sauce Gardner here with pick number 15. Man, what a lucky selection that was. We'd be all doing backflips if that was the case. Fanspeak has Kenny Pickett ranked 18th on their big board. Looking at who's available here, I like Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State. He's their 19th rated edge rusher. I think this guy's an athletic freak, but he also has a ton of technique. I'm surprised that he's there. I've seen him projected in the top 15 for a month now, easy. So I'm going to go Jermaine Johnson. Even though we brought in Hassan Reddick, I do think the Eagles need to continue to develop that pass rush, which was a big weakness in last year's defense. Jermaine Johnson is my guy. Let's go to pick number 19. I love if we did these. If this happened in real life, man. Yeah, Sauce, man. Look, I would be doing backflips if this was the actual occurrence here on draft night. Trent McDuffie there is available at pick 19, who I absolutely love. Treylon Burks is there, who I absolutely love. Drake London is my guy. Man, I really like how this board fell for the Eagles. This is the best case scenario for the Philadelphia Eagles if this was the case. So the question is, do we target linebacker or do we target cornerback? Oh, we already did. All right, so no, we're targeting linebacker and we're targeting wide receiver, I think. So we take – I have Devin Lloyd ranked above Nakobe Dean. And then do we target Drake London for me or Treylon Burks, who I love both of those guys as just pitch perfect fits next to Devontae Smith. And I'm going to go a little, in the left field here. I'm going to go Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks has really good size. You can line him up all over the field. He can hurt you downfield, make contested catches, but he's got the speed to put him at halfback and, different kind of schemes. So he's got a lot of versatility. He's got good speed. Treylon Burks is my guy. Next round. Is that what I do here? Never did this, obviously, before. Round summary. All right. Maybe it doesn't let me do 4 rounds. Wait a minute. All right. We're in round 2. We are in round 2. Here we go. All right. So that makes you like go to the next screen. All right. So we're rolling into round 2 here. Let's see how the board falls for the Eagles here. Oh my God. Please tell me I'm up. Please tell me I'm up. Woo! All right. We're sitting here. Oh, man. So right now I've got Ahmad Gardner at cornerback. I've got Jermaine Johnson. I've got Treylon Burks. I'm looking at who's available. Man, Daxton Hill is sitting there at pick 51, and so is Jaquan Brisker and Lewis Cine. I don't know. I love this big board. I don't think this is realistic at all, but I would be very happy. So the question is, do we take a safety? Do we take a safety here or a linebacker? A safety or a linebacker is where I'm at. Christian Harris is really nice. Damone Clark is really nice, albeit raw, but his measurements are off the charts. Oh, man. This is a great position. This is a great situation to be in for the Eagles if this is the way round 2 plays out. But right now, I'm going to take the linebacker. I need a linebacker, and that is going to be Christian Harris or Damone Clark. See, I have Christian Harris just a little bit lower ranked than I do Daxton Hill and Jaquan Brisker. I think Daxton Hill and Jaquan Brisker are better prospects overall. Lewis Cine is a great prospect too. Yeah, I'm going to go Jaquan Brisker here for my selection. Jaquan Brisker is just an absolute monster in the box. Got great size, 6'1", has a great range, great against the run. I think Eagles fans would absolutely love Jaquan Brisker. Plus, he's from Penn State. I'm sure Penn State fans would be all about that. All right, let's go to the next round. This is by far my favorite draft so far. This is by far this is A plus draft. All right. We are now into round 3. Let's see how the board falls for this. All right, we are on the clock here. Pick number 83. Christian Harris is still available. DeMarvin Leal is still available. Zamir White is an interesting name. Cade Otton is an interesting name. My guy Chad Muma is also still on the board, who I absolutely love for the Eagles. One of my favorite prospects in this draft. There's my guy Damian Pierce, Kirby Joseph. We already took those guys in the last draft, so we're not going to copy that one. But I'm going to go DeMarvin Leal here. I need to get an interior defensive lineman, and I think I got that edge rusher in Jermaine Johnson. I'm going to get some interior pass rush, and that is DeMarvin Leal. He was one of the top prospects in the country when he committed there to Texas A&M. That didn't really translate that well, but has immense potential. It might take a couple of years for him to put it all together. But DeMarvin Leal is a pure talent. There's no question about that. He just needs to develop a lot of technique, and he'll do that. I think he's got great size, but I don't think he knows exactly what he wants to be. Like, he's interior defensive lineman, but he doesn't have enough juice to be an edge rusher, even though he really wants to be. All right, let's go on to the next round. All right, round 4. Let's see how this one goes. All right, so we are in the second mock draft simulator here via FanSpeak. Who knew? I didn't know they had a mock draft simulator, but we're just kind of playing around and see how people are ranking their big boards and see how it falls for the Eagles. No trades. Right now, this is by far the best one. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. Isaiah Likely there to the Chargers. It's a really good pick. So we are on the clock here. Chad Muma's still on the board. Kyron Williams is a nice pick. YJ Sanders is still there, but my dude weighed like 150 pounds at the combine. Like, he looks so thin. I was really worried about that guy. There's something going on there. Calvin Austin, wide receiver out of Memphis, is a wide receiver to keep an eye on. He's been rising up the draft boards. Great speed. Another one to know is Pierre Strong Jr., a running back, like 4.2 something speed. Ridiculous. Jojo Doman is interesting. Linebacker with great coverage skills. So we are sitting here again. Let's look at kind of where we're at. We've got cornerback, edge, wide receiver, safety, and defensive line addressed. So where do we go from here? Let's roll on to Daniel Bellinger. Not that big of a – you can find guys like that anywhere. Let's go Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams out of Notre Dame. Don't watch the combine. Do not watch the combine on Kyren Williams. Watch the tape. Tape speaks the truth about Kyren Williams. His combine day was really, really poor for Kyren Williams. But the guy can do it all, especially as a receiver. Very good runner. I think Kyren Williams would be a really good fit next to Kenny Gainwell. I'm not high on Booby Sanders. I'm sorry. That next contract scares the hell out of me. And I get a day 3 running back in here to play and develop next to Kenny Gainwell and Jalen Hurts. Let's roll, baby. Nice job. Share your results. So here's our results. Ahmad Sauce Gardner at pick number 15, Jermaine Johnson, 16, Treylon Burks, 19, Jaquan Brisker, 51, DeMarvin Leal, 83, and Kyren Williams, 124, man. Awesome. That was freaking awesome. Let's roll on to our last mock draft simulator. Let me share my screen. All right. Boom. All right. This is via NFL Mock Draft Database. NFL Mock Draft Database. They have a mock draft simulator. Let's see how it goes. I like how this one gives you the option of 2024 mock draft. That is pretty neat. I might play around with that as a degenerate mock draft simulator nut job. I love that stuff. All right, so we're going to do normal speed, realistic draft. Let's do trading, strict, doesn't matter. We're not doing trades here. Let's start the draft for the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, let's see what happens. All right, let's see who's it taken. Evan Neal again, number 1. Gardner to the Jets. Trey Walker to the Falcons. Man, look at that run of edge rushers. Oh, it's brutal. Absolutely brutal. There's David Ajabo, who's fallen after that pro day injury. So we are sitting here. Let me just get rid of these advertisements. There we go. All right, we're sitting here at pick number 15. Kenny Pickett's still available. I don't think a quarterback. Yeah, Malik Willis was taken by Washington. For the sake of being different, let's go a different route. Let's go. I need a CB1, and that is Andrew Booth Jr. They have him ranked number 25th here on their big board. I see him as a top 15 pick. Andrew Booth Jr. for me is a really, really good prospect. I think he's a number 1 cornerback, 100% moving forward. Now we're at pick 16. Again, looking at this wide receiver position, I can't ignore Devin Lloyd on the board. I know I said I was going to be different. I can't do it. Let's do Devin Lloyd, pick number 16. And now we're at pick number 19. Right now we've got Andrew Booth Jr., Devin Lloyd, which I absolutely love. And then we're going to go Drake London. Drake London, I know people, the ghost of J-Jaw is still on a lot of people's minds, a lot of Eagles fans' minds. But I'm not there, guys. I'm not there. Every draft is different. They just see a contested catch guy and, Drake London has his pro day coming up on April 5th. And I think that's good for Eagles fans. Like every single Eagles fan better be watching that, because if he blows away his 40 time and his drills, he probably has top 15, top 20 potential in this draft. He's just a 6'5" freak that could be in the slot, on the outside, everywhere you want him to be. All right, so we are on the clock here at pick 51. Ooh, Breece Hall is sitting there. I don't know if I'm going to do that, though. All right, let's see. Jahan Dotson there to Detroit. Daxton Hill. The Chiefs go Treylon Burks and Daxton Hill. I love that 1-2 punch there. Where did Ajabo go? Yeah, Ajabo fell to 21 there to the Patriots. He's kind of the big name that's falling right now due to that injury. All right, so my selections right now, I've got Andrew Booth Jr., Devin Lloyd, Drake London. I got wide receiver. I've got cornerback, and I've got linebacker. So what do we need, guys? What do we need? Trey McBride is sitting there. You need a playmaker. This Eagles offense needs playmakers, 100%. That is an interesting pick. But this is the guy that I've had circled on my big board. Fair. That's totally fair. Hey, I disagree, but that's respectfully disagree. I think Drake London is an absolute stud. To be fair, I've got Olave and London rated in that same range. I think they're both top 20 picks. They're very, very, very good. All right, let's roll on to my guy at pick number 51, and that is Jalen Petrie. I think he doesn't have like elite A to B speed, but he's a bona fide playmaker. He's legit blitzing the quarterback. He's great in the box. He's a great tackler, big-time playmaker. But for me, Jalen Petrie is a guy that I think would be a terrific fit as a safety for the Philadelphia Eagles. Love that selection. I think the safety class has like 3 or 4 guys in that round 2, round 3 area that I really have fallen in love with. Daxton Hill, Jaquan Brisker, Jalen Petrie. Who's the other guy I'm missing? I know there's one more. I'm drawing a blank. Maybe he's here. Let's see who he is. Oh, Tariq Woolen there, pick number 68. One of the biggest high risers in this draft. That's a really interesting name to know, because he's flying up the draft board. 6'4" cornerback. Sky Moore going 48. Interesting. Okay. I've mostly seen him as like a day 3 guy. I don't think I've ever seen him that high. Lewis Seen is the other name. Lewis Seen is the safety. Oh, so Seen, Brisker, Hill, all those guys are just absolute studs. Let's go down to pick number 83 here for the Eagles. Oh my gosh, Trey McBride is still there, and we're now in round 3. Yeah, I'll make that pick. I have no problems with that pick. Let's do that. Easily the tight end number 1 prospect in this draft. Not that makes him a star or anything, but for me, Trey McBride would be just a great addition for Jalen Hurts. I'm not going off of Dallas Goedert, obviously, but I think the Eagles still need to add playmakers in this draft, and Trey McBride is one of them. So we are rolling in here to round 4. I'm going to roll all of these mock drafts into the chat or into the community section for everyone to vote on and see which one you guys like the most. All right, so we're sitting here at pick 124, and Greg Dulcich is just sitting there. I really am high on Greg Dulcich. I'm also really high on Dameon Pierce. I like that kid a lot. We already talked about him, though. Zamir White is really, really strong. Let's see who's available here for the Eagles. Jelani Woods. We already did that. Zion McCollum. Let's see. Let's keep scrolling. Smoke Monday. We've covered him on the channel. Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton. Yeah. I might do that. So I've got Drake London, who is just a mammoth wide receiver here. And I've already addressed cornerback, linebacker, and safety with, I think, 3 starters from day one. I need a burner. I think Jalen Hurts needs a burner. Even who knows if he can get the ball to him. But Tyquan Thornton is a burner, man. Tyquan Thornton is an absolute monster on the outside. I might go there. Let's look at interior defensive linemen or edge rushers. Let's see who's the best available. We haven't addressed that. Michael Clemens, Dominique Wilson, Tyreek Smith is a really interesting name. Yeah. As much as I'm going to regret not having a defensive lineman in this draft. That's a tough call. Yeah, we're gonna go Tyquan Thornton. Just an absolute burner. Eagles need to get fast, and they need guys that can put pressure on a defense. So I'm gonna go Tyquan Thornton there for pick 124, and that should round it out. God, we're 30 plus minutes into the show already. This one went fast. Save. There we go. So here's our draft. Andrew Booth Jr. at 15, Devin Lloyd at 16, Drake London at 19, Jalen Petrie at 51, Trey McBride at 83, Tyquan Thornton at 124. I like this draft too. I think I'll go number 2. The FanSpeak draft was my favorite one, number 1. This is my second favorite, and third favorite is the first one I did with PFF. So thank you everyone for watching. This is Party on Broad. We'll be back next week doing a show on the Philadelphia 76ers with some special guests. Be sure to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. We drop tons and tons of draft content. I dropped my top sleepers video over a few days ago. Right now, I put a poll on the channel about which video I should do this week. Should I do boom or bust? Should I do my favorite personal targets for the Eagles? Do a little video on that. Or if you think you have an idea, drop a comment and let me know what videos we should address on the NFL draft. So guys, we're like nearly 1 month away. This is my 9th mock draft simulator. I cannot wait, baby. Thank you everyone for watching. Smash that like button. Stay awesome, everyone.
Third down. Hurts keeps. Hurts cuts. Hurts has the first down. And Jalen Hurts. But it just put it away for the Eagles.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Devontae Smith, wide receiver, Alabama.